Hey, Shalom family. Want to give Kahal Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All praise to the Most High. We know Cap Nations of Kings and Priests. Wanted to do a quick lesson on how to spot a false prophet, man. Because, you know, um, in today's Israel, as this truth keeps growing, we're going to have a lot of teachers, right? And as a lot of teachers, a lot of people teaching that falseness, not truly doing this walk in sincerity or in truth, but doing it for their own will. So it's very important to discern these spirits and make sure that you are on top of your game when listening to teachers and how to, spot a false prophet because it's you know it's real in the field, man. There's a lot of falseness, a lot of self-willed um, things where it it will damage your spirit, man. You know. Real quick, let's get into it. This is the book of First John, right? I don't have anything planned. I'm just going with the spirit, man. This is First John, chapter 4 and verse 1, and it reads, "Beloved, believe not every spirit, but do what? Try the spirits, whether they are of God." That's your responsibility to do so. You can't just, I like the way this brother teach, or I like the way that this brother comes from the same city I come from, or so I like the color of his shirt, you know. But you gotta discern that spirit. You gotta try it. There's several ways you can do that, right? Obviously, one is, knowing the person, right? There's certain guidelines where Yahweh teaches us and how to, discern that spirit, right? Is it a hateful spirit, right? Is he a loving brother? Does he have good fruit, right? That's another one right there. Let's get it, John 15, because that's very, very important. Let's see here. Oh, my bad. It's Matthew 7. Matthew 7. Well, here's one thing, right? I was gonna go to 15, but I'm gonna start at verse 1, and there's a reason. Watch this. Hey, Shalom, Amawan, Yahweh Shabakata, Shalom. Check this out. Matthew 7, verse 1. Judge not that ye be not judged. For with that, for with what judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged. And with what measure ye meet, it shall be measured to you again. Realize that, right? The way you act. So these teachers that are out there, you got to understand they're going to be judging. Look at how they judge. Look at what they do, right? Watch this. And if thou beholdest the mote and that's in thy brother's eye, but considerest not the beam in thine own eye, or how wilt thou say to thy brother, let me pull out the mote out of thine eye, and behold, the beam is in your own eye, right? In other words, you see in hypocrisy out there. You see in things that he's saying one thing, but I see him doing another thing, or playing victim or being a narcissist, right? That's very, very common in our community, especially, brothers who are teaching. You don't want to seem like you're wrong. You don't want to admit you're wrong, but you play a victim. That is a countermeasure to being a true leader, because a true leader will admit his faults. A true leader, so even though we're trying to reach perfection, you ain't perfect. You're going to make mistakes, right? Verse 5, thou hypocrite, first cast out the beam out of thine own eye, and then thou shalt see clearly to cast out the mote in thy brother's eye. You cannot be absolutely perfect, yeah, right? And not know that you have flaws or things that you have wrong with you. So by you having that mentality and not being humble, guess what? The Lord ain't gonna deal with you, and He's not gonna give you that increase in wisdom. So these people that are teaching, the prophets that are teaching, you got if he's being hypocritical, if he's not admitting his wrongs, guess what? That's a false prophet, right? Especially those who don't repent. All right, let's jump down to verse 15. Right, verse 15. Beware of false prophets which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. Understand they will not come to you, uh, um, you know, in these garments or looking a certain way. You got to really discern that spirit, right? You shall know them by their fruit, right? Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles? So, in other words, that grape, right, does not have anything that's going to harm you. Understand a false prophet is not going to be teaching those things that are going to harm you. Like there's some things in the community that's taught that are of no edification. Like they hold no weight to salvation, yet we make a big deal about them, right? Especially those with itchy ears, man. A lot of y'all brothers be flipping out, man, right? Um, and that's a big problem. Y'all be flipping to doctrine to doctrine, camp to camp, and then brothers are supposed to listen to you when you are extremely unstable with the way you act. That to me is another evidence of a false prophet, one who cannot stick to his guns, one cannot stick to his teaching, one who's not consistent, right? That is a sheer sign of a false prophet right there, right? Verse 17. Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. Understand your fruit that you bring. We used to teach that um, when this breakdown here, um, was talking about like you bringing in brothers into the truth, you know, when in reality it's not. What this is truly talking about is Galatians 5:5 and 22. I'm gonna show you. This is what it's talking about. Ain't talking about how many brothers you brought into the truth. Ain't nobody care about that. Nobody cares about that. If you're boasting about your how many brothers you brought into the truth, nobody cares about that, man. Right? Look at this. This is the fruit it's talking about. Right? Galatians 5:22. But the fruit of the spirit is love, joy, peace, long suffering, gentleness, goodness, and faith. That is the fruit it's talking about, man. It ain't talking about how many brothers you brought into the truth, man. Right? You ain't bring nobody into the truth. The Lord is doing that. The Lord is bringing them into the truth. You're a vessel, yeah, Khan, no problem. But all you're doing is planting the seed. The Lord is doing the rest. The Lord is fully in control of all this. That's another sign of a false prophet. You think you in control. You think you have the upper hand. You're the one in control. You're the one guiding on everything. No, man. As quickly as you think that, quickly the Most High can extract that from you and extract you from using you. Because one thing he hates the pride, man. Right? but in Matthew 7, when it talks about the fruit, here it is. I'm gonna go back to 16. 16. This is Matthew chapter 7 and verse 16. Ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles? Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit. So that grape is good, that fig is good. But a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. Galatians 5 and 22 says that the fruits of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long suffering, gentleness, goodness, and faith. You see that? And faith. Stop the cap, man. A lot of y'all play victim, right? Oh, brother's trying to correct me, but he's the off one. No, man, come on, bro. If you off, you off, man. Or at least get to the point, handle the point of the objectives. Don't just say, yo, I'm not wrong. You can be wrong. Shalom Mahar, that. I recall when, we started teaching the new covenant, we got slack from it from a particular group. And, it got, he started getting personal. Like, it ain't personal, man. Right? Why I gotta get personal? Let's talk about the scriptures. But I understand things when things get heavy, gets like that. That's why I stopped, discussing it, because at the end of the day, we have a common goal, and our common goal is to feed the sheep. I'm not here to, to harm anybody. We're here to teach and edify through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So the fruit that needs to be yielded is that Galatians 5 and 22. But the fruits of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long suffering, gentleness, goodness, and faith. Let's talk about that. Let's make this a mandatory doctrine in Israel. How about that? Let's see where this takes us. I would think this has a better shot of getting us to where we need to get, right? Than you believing in a lot of the things that we make an issue in Israel, right? So, let's go back to Matthew. Verse 18, a good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. I guarantee you, a lot of these brothers do not last, man. They don't. You're self-willed. You don't even, you have no leadership. All it is I want to be seen, vainglory, pride. That's a lot of the checking the boxes for a false prophet, right? So we can't. And again, in Israel, there is a lot of teachers, a lot, too many, right? Too many teachers in Israel, man, right? Let's go to Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy 13 and 1. Because even the law tells us, right? Even the law tells us. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 13 and verse 1. And if there arise for you among you a prophet, a dreamer of dreams, and giveth thee a sign or a wonder, because it's going to happen, bro, right? He's going to have a sign and a wonder, right? And the sign or the wonder come to pass, there wherefore he spake unto thee, saying, let us go after other gods, which thou hast not known, and let us serve them. Thou shalt not hearken unto the words of that prophet, nor the dreamer of dreams, for the Lord your God proveth you to know whether ye love the Lord your God with all your heart and all your soul, right? So you will be tested, right? in what people teach and what you follow. Be very careful, right? Everyone, there's a lot of people who have itchy ears in Israel, man. They keep flipping doctrine, man, more than they flip pancakes. Okay, they flip doctrine more than pancakes. Let's go to Second Timothy's, man. Watch this. And like I said, I'm just going through the spirit. I ain't got no class. Don't need one right now. I just want to. All right, let me see what I want. Second Timothy's 4. Yeah, I'm gonna start at verse 2. So this is Second Timothy's chapter 4 and verse 2. Preach the word, be instant and out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine, right? Verse 3. For the time will come where they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall they heap themselves teachers having what? Itchy ears, right? And they shall turn away their ears from the truth, and they shall be turned on to fables. Let's see what the definition of fables is. Right? Let's see what that is. Let's see. Watch this. Definition of fable: a short story, typically with animals and characters, conveying a moral. Right. So it's a fictional story, man. You're going to be turned away from those things that are the truth, and that's a big problem, man. That's a big problem in Israel, man. A lot of y'all turn into fable. Shalom, King. Shalom, shalom. So y'all need to be careful what you admit into your spirit. There's a lot of teachers out there. You have to discern the spirit. How's this brother walking? Just watch this. Let's go to real quick. I said something and I wanted to kind of go to it. This is First Corinthians. What is it? 3. Because there's a lot of teachers who are self-willed. I brought this brother into the truth. This is my. It's because of me, bro. Nobody worried about you like that. The Most High don't need you. Don't need us. Don't need me. Right? As a matter of fact, I'm gonna start. Look, watch this. 1 Corinthians 3. Okay, I'm gonna start at verse 1. Right. It says, "And brethren, I could not speak unto you as unto spiritual, but as unto carnal, even as unto babes in Christ." A lot of y'all are babes in Christ. You do not understand a Mashiach Yahushai. You do not. A lot of teachers in Israel don't understand him. There was a deeper understanding of Christ than what a lot of these teachers are teaching. Understand that. So this is what Paul's saying here. Verse 2, I have fed you with milk and not with meat, for ye are unto not able to bear it, neither yet now are ye able. Understand, a lot of the meat that you say you're putting out there for, like, it's just, there's no reason for it. A lot of y'all cannot handle that meat, right? The meat will come, but just like any nourishment, whether it's a baby, whether it's a tree or something or whatever the case, you're growing it and needs that nourishment. There's a level to the nourishment, and then comes the strong meat, right? Verse 3, for ye are yet carnal. For whereas there is among you envying and strife and divisions, are ye not carnal and walk as men? For while one saith, I am of Paul, and another, I am of Apollos, ye are not carnal. Again, I brought this brother into the truth. I did this, I did that. Me, right? You got that me spirit. Another checkbox for the false prophet. Always saying me, not the Most High. Not all praise to the Most High. None of that, right? All me, me, me. What I brought to. Look how many views I got. Look how many people follow me. Come on, bro. What are you doing? Right? You snap. You a Hollywood Israelite. Right? Verse 6. I have planted, Apollo watereth, but Yahweh gave the increase. So then neither is he that planteth anything. I'm gonna, I'm gonna say it again. So then it's neither is he that planteth anything, neither he that watereth, but Yahweh gave the increase. All praise to the Most High, man. Right? That's the focus should be on all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Period. Right? That's it. How come you giving yourself reverence instead of Yahweh Shem Yahushai? I don't understand that. Right? Shalom Barak, Yahweh Shabbat. Many blessings. Shalom, shalom. Yeah, bro. I mean, it's crazy the amount of pride, the narcissism in Israel. Like you go to correct anybody, or the brother gets corrected, you see, brother gets all like, like, come on, bro. You want to be right all the time? Sometimes we do need correction, right? Watch this. Look, verse 8. Now he that now he that planteth and he that watereth are one, and every man shall receive of his own reward according to his own labor. For we are laborers together with Yahweh. Yea, are God's husbandry, ye are God's building, right? According to the grace of Yahweh, which is given unto me as a wise master builder, I have laid a foundation, and another buildeth thereon. But let every man take heed how to build this thereupon. Meaning, like, so obviously Paul, he initiated it, right? He gave the foundation, right? But then others came and built it off him. We read that in Philippians. In Philippians, he was talking about those who preach in envy and in strife. But he says, but I rejoice because a Mashiach is preached. He has no control over that. Like Paul didn't have control over none of that. Paul knew what he had to do. That was his job. And then he said, watch this, go to Timothy's. I mean, in Timothy's, he charged Timothy to look for elders and leaders in the community, right? And this is the First Timothy 3. This is a true saying. If a man desire the office of a bishop, he desireth a good work. He is instructing, this is an epistle, he is instructing Timothy's what to look for, right? As a leader. Here's the check boxes, Akim. And again, this can go on to the false prophet, right? Verse 2, a bishop then must be blameless, a husband of one wife, vigilant, sober, good behavior, given to hospitality, apt to teach, not given to wine, nor striker. And when we say not given to wine, meaning wine is your God, man. You addicted to alcoholism and all that, right? That's what it means. No striker, not greedy or filthy lucre, but patient, not a brawler, not covetous. Verse 4, one that ruleth his own household, having his children in subjection with all gravity. For if a man not know how to rule his own house, how shall he take care of the church of God? Verse 6, not a no voice, lest being lifted up with pride, he shall fall into the condemnation of the devil. Y'all see that, bro? Let go of that pride. You not the most unselfish act you could do is be a servant to Yahweh Shem Yahushai and teach this truth. You teaching this truth is a condemnation. There's a greater condemnation to you, man. Be humble, right? Allow the Most High to grow within you and correct what you need to correct, right? We cannot continue um, not having the same spirit of pride that we had into the world. We are new creatures now in the Mashiach, right? This is what it means about being in the truth, right? Not in the lie, not in the deception. You're in the truth, right? We walk like it, we act like it, we treat each other like it. It's a new way of walking, converting your soul, right? But look at this, not a null voice, lest being lifted up with pride, he fall into condemnation of the devil, right? Moreover, he must have a good report of them which are without, lest he fall into reproach and the snare of the devil. Likewise, must the deacons be grave, not double tongued, not given to much wine, not greedy or filthy lucre, holding the mystery of the faith in a pure conscience. You see that? And let these also be first proved. We just read that in John. We read that in 1 John 4. Prove this, prove the spirit, right? Then let them use the office of a deacon, being found what? Blameless. Even so must their wives be grave, not slanderous, sober, faithful in all good things. Let the deacons be the husbands of one wife, ruling their children and their own houses as well. For they that have used the office of a deacon well purchase to themselves a good degree and great boldness in faith, which is in a Mashiach Yahushua. All right. And those are the positive things, right? The things that we should be checking the boxes of, right? Like if your leader's a narcissist, man, don't paint red flags pink. Don't paint red flags blue. They red flags. You know, with all the many teachers, there's also many elders that you can counsel with, that you can get guidance from. Don't lose focus on those things and discern. There's a lot of support. Man, when I came into, there was not much support in Israel when I came into the truth. I mean, it was very, you know, we didn't have like these stores you could buy like fringes and stuff. Like it was just crazy. Now you could buy a fringe shirt, you could buy a mitri, you could buy a bonnet, you could buy all that, man. You got all these resources, right? But yet when it comes to getting counsel and, you know, just making sure that you're doing things the right way, we don't do it as Israelites, man. That's a shame. That's a damn shame. Understand what a false prophet is, man. Don't take in every spirit, man. Understand that there are false teachers out there. You know, it's like a buffet. You know, you're not going to eat everything in the buffet. You gotta discern what you're going to put in your body. And the same thing is when you are in the truth. Understand you cannot take in everything. There's a lot of itchy ears, a lot of brothers who are self-willed. Discern those spirits, man, right? If they be of the Most High, right? So with that, man, I yield. Want to say Kahala Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, the water for all the family, all the support. Appreciate and love y'all. All praise to the Most High. Shalom.